affiliated with any other group, organization, Christian church, Muslim mosque.
Damn right.
If anybody got any questions in the room, any scriptures need to be broke down, we can do that. Any questions in the room, any questions online, we want to get to those. If no questions, I'll go straight into a topic. Give me one moment. We have a holiday coming up, right? What holiday is coming up? What's the
holiday or holy day?
It's a holiday coming up, right?
Oh, Halloween.
It's a holiday called Halloween coming up. But we as Blacks and Hispanics, we buy into the culture of our oppression, and we go into Halloween and we celebrate. We send our children out to other people's homes and candy. The kids are going trick-or-treating. What happens when our children go trick-or-treating in these other neighborhoods? Lately, I've been seeing candy being coated with drugs or drugs shot into the candy. One case was HIV was shot into some candy. Another case, you had a teacher and her husband, he put his sperm into the cupcakes. He put his sperm into the cupcakes, gave them to his wife, let his wife bake the cupcakes, and she took them to the school and gave them to the kids. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And in knowing that, we still buy into their holidays when the Lord gave us high holy days to celebrate. There are holy days in the Bible that the Lord deemed his days that we shall serve and we shall practice through all our generations, meaning your kids, and our greatest ancestors. That was supposed to be all the way down the line, but we lost that high holy day. But here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you will study and you will know these high holy days. You will practice them. Whereas the oppressor, he wants you to go spend all your money on Halloween buying costumes, candy, waste your money, have your children get sick, because guess what? You think that's the only thing? Those was the only couple that was putting semen into the cupcakes? You think there's not other sick people, white people that's doing the same thing? You have to look at the time we're in. They are still finding children being hung in bathrooms. Go look this up. Look up on your Google machine. You can find it. There was a child, a second grader that got hung by a fourth grader. And he said, this is what we used to do. What color was the child that got hung, and what color was the child that did the hanging? I'm only sure you can guess the answer. And this is what they want us to do. They say, oh, we are all together. We're all family. Everybody's human. And guess what? Meanwhile, your child is hanging my goddamn child from a bathroom stall. You understand? Meanwhile, you are taking cupcakes with your semen and serving it to my children. Meanwhile, you are doing all types of ungodly things to the candy and serving it to the children that's going to go trick-or-treat in a couple of days. They're going to go trick-or-treating, and guess what? Somebody's putting raisins in the apples. Somebody's doing other malicious stuff. Just why? Because they're the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
The Most High God say they are the beast of the field. And then it also warns you in the Bible about your enemy. Your enemy is the oppressor. Yet we still, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, buy into the culture of America. Because what? We got to chase the American dream. Who told us that was right? Our oppressor told us that the American dream was right. When the Bible says, love God, follow God, obey his word, It don't say it says it don't say nothing about obeying your oppressor. And we out here celebrating these holidays like they mean something. Y'all, give me I hate your feast days. Yeah, I hate your feast days.
Okay.
The Most High God said he hates the feast days. These are the days that we go out here on Easter, Thanksgiving. You got to remember Thanksgiving, what Thanksgiving really is. Thanksgiving is the celebration of the mass murder, the mass unaliving of 177 million Native Indians. That's what Thanksgiving is. How dare we celebrate the mass slaughter of our people? Because those are our people. That's like saying your cousins and them, they got unalived, and you're going to celebrate that? You're going to go and chill with the oppressor and eat that raisin potato salad? But we, Ayash, go ahead, read it.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Nice and loud.
I hate.
What?
I hate.
Salakia. If y'all want to follow along with the Bible, there's two of them right here. Okay. No sweat. Also, you can use your phone if you want. Yeah, those, I know. Okay. And those are the popular, those are the books that's not in the Bible. That's supposed to be in the Bible. Those are part, yes, those are part of the Bible. I may read from those books just in case. Go ahead, guys. Take it from the top. Salakia.
Okay, this is the call me in Texas. Salakia.
Where we read it from?
You can.
And I don't what book?
Book of Amos. Where you at, Ayash?
Book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
You can read it if you want, brother. I appreciate it.
No. I'm trying to find it myself.
I got it.
You have it?
Yeah. I hate.
What?
I hate.
The Most High God said, I hate. Now, this, first of all, this destroys the Christian church, right? Let me tell you why this destroys the Christian church. Because the Christian church says God loves everybody. God loves everything. Listen, I'm going to tell you, that's a fairy tale that the white man told us. Just like the pink little babies with the wings that's going to be flying around. Disneyland, that's what he's telling you, Disneyland. The oppressor will tell you Disneyland is real. And that's what they call heaven. That's a lie. Read this. Oh, yeah.
I hate.
I what?
I hate.
Read it.
I despise your feast days.
Slow down. Let me taste these words.
Hey.
I hate and despise. The Most High God said he hate and despise. That's a different type of hatred. He said he despised what?
I hate. I despise your feast days.
I despise your feast days. Those the days you choose is holy. Those the days that you choose that the oppressor told us is holy. You know, in the Bible, it don't tell us that that's holy. Christmas ain't holy. New Year's ain't holy. Thanksgiving ain't holy. Valentine's is not holy. Mother's Day is not holy. The Most High God said he hate those days. Read.
And I will not smell your solemn assemblies.
Listen, when you in there thinking you in there throwing down in the kitchen, cooking all that good food, them yams and them collard greens, guess what? The Most High God said that stinks to him. It stinks to him. You know why it stinks to him? Because those are not his days he told us to serve. Those not his days that he told us to praise him. Those are not the days he told us to follow. Those are not the high holy days. Those are not the feast days that he gave to us. This is, Halloween is not a feast day. It's not a high holy day. Sir, please.
So when your grandma was praying over the turkey for Thanksgiving, he don't give a damn about none of that. None of what she's talking about. She don't give a damn about the turkey or nothing what you're saying.
Sir, he does.
This is book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Hold on. Sir, do he not just, he hates it. He don't hear it. He don't hear the prayers of the wicked. Give me that. Hold that. You hold the Amos 5. What do you have?
5 and 21.
Hold 5 and 21. Ayash, give me, he hears not the prayers of the wicked.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, read.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Nice and loud.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Keep going.
Verse 22. Though you offer me burnt offerings,
though you offer me who?
burnt
Keep
offerings,
going.
and your meat offerings,
And your meat offerings,
I will not accept them.
Most High God don't accept these days. You go ahead and pray to, you can pray over that turkey if you want. That turkey don't mean nothing. He don't even like that ham. That pork, that swine. He says, no, I don't even like the swine. They pray, sir. They're gonna be praying over pork in a couple of days. They're gonna be praying over pork in a couple of days. And guess what? They're gonna swear they serving the Lord. And he said he hated when they go in that Christian church and they serving them pork chops. He hates that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my mom prays over her bacon, egg, and cheese in the morning. I get on her time and time again. And I tell her the truth. I'm like, listen, the Lord don't hear your little prayer. You praying over pork. It's an unclean animal. And I give her scripture and show her. So lately, she has not been eating bacon in her egg and cheese sandwich.
I'm going to tell you what they do. I'm going to tell you what they do. You know, they use the scripture. They, as Christians do, they try and use the scripture where it says, you know, pray over the food and it'll be okay. No, you got to read deep into the scripture. But someone need me to pull it up, pull it. But give me what you got. I want that scripture.
There's the book of John, chapter 9, verse 31.
The who? Read it.
This is the book of John, chapter 9, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
That he what?
Heareth not sinners.
Now he said he heareth not sinners. So if he hates your feast days, that means you're sinning. So guess what? He don't hear that prayer when you praying over that damn turkey. When you praying over that, he don't hear you. He don't even like it. He despises it. It's like an abomination to him. You know what abomination is? Hatred and deep disgust. That's what that word abomination means. So you out here as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, God's chosen people, the children of Israel, right? The people that he saved up out of Egypt, freed us for that, to be going in continuous captivity, like this captivity we in now, and we're gonna still go against him. We asking for the punishments that he continues to deal out. Yeah.
They pray over the glazed ham, the marshmallows, and the yams that got pork in the marshmallow. They pray over the smoked pork neck bone that's in them collard greens and all that other ungodly stuff. The chitterlings, the hog maws, and the fat back they use to fry that chicken in.
Blacks, Hispanics, we've been lost because the oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He taught us this. Please, sir.
So like you got, that's why the reason why you open up with being not affiliated with any camp, synagogue, church, any Israelite group and all that. You got Israelites out here celebrating Thanksgiving with pork.
Sir.
With roasted ham.
I seen the video. I seen the video. So-called they absolutely are Israelites, right?
Right.
They're Israelites who live like heathens.
Right.
Because they are on video, saying Most High Christ and all this stuff. And they got ham. They don't know the Bible, sir. That's why all these other camps that's running around here claiming to know the truth, they do not. That's why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is the home of the truth. You know why? Because we don't teach blasphemy. We don't teach the lies. We don't teach they said, another group said, oh, you can have other races into your organization. The Bible doesn't say that. See, we teach straight from the Bible. We teach what the scriptures say. And other camps, sir, if I may, other camps, they teach lies. This is why, like you said, we say we're not affiliated with any other group because every other group is doing something that the Bible does not say.
Right.
They are living a lie. See, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and I'm gonna use myself. The first time I learned the truth, when I really start learning and understanding the truth, it was like, I've been lied to all my life, and I've been lied to by my family. I'm a family person, and I thought grandma taught me everything that was right. Here it is. She's teaching me to eat ham. Here it is. She's teaching me to celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving. Teaching me to go out. My mother took me trick-or-treating all the time. And the whole time I'm living a lie and I'm sinning against the Most High God of Israel. It's a scary thing to know that. I got you, sir. Go ahead.
On New Year's, they teach you to eat black eyed peas and
God,
and that's supposed to bring you the
prosperity.
black eyed peas is money.
Yeah.
And the collard greens, the black eyed peas has changed. The collard greens is money.
Mm-hmm.
And every year we've been eating black eyed peas and collard greens, but yet niggas is still broke.
It's like I'm gonna double down on what you said. Every year is prosperity with the black eyed peas. It's money with the collard greens, right? And we still buying Jordans, and we still live in a projects.
Right.
We still can't own our own businesses. Here, I got one even better. Right now, a 2-liter CNC soda costs $3.75. Listen to me. I remember it was $1.
Right.
Okay, call me old. Yes, I got a little age on. I remember when that 2-liter was $1. Price inflation. We don't have no control over the food source, the water source, nor anything else. Black people, when I say we're broke, I don't want anybody to misconstrue. Even you basketball players, you football players, you are still subjected to the slavery that we're in. You know why? Because guess what? If you take a knee, they gonna cancel you. If you take a knee, they're gonna cancel you. Attest what's going on right now. The government is telling us now. Here, I want everybody to pay attention to this part. Everybody want to spend the money up for Thanksgiving for the candy, right? They bought us candy because they're gonna have the party, the Halloween parties. Now, guess what? The government said we're not giving you no goddamn stamps next month. We ain't giving you no stamps next month. So figure out how you going to still serve our God. You know what their God is? That goddamn Thanksgiving, that lie. You understand? And they still want everybody to do that. Guess what's going to happen? People are still going to go buy the turkeys because we are so brainwashed as a people that we don't realize that we're sinning against the Most High God knowingly. You know how we know that this is a sin? What do they call Halloween? What is Halloween considered? Hey, I'm going to help you out a little bit. It's a Spanish thing. What is Halloween considered? You should be able to answer this one. Day of who? Nice and loud.
The Day of the
Day of the Dead. So they want us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, when I serve a living God, right? I serve a living God. And I'm not sounding Christian. I'm serving the God of life, right? And they say, celebrate the Day of the Dead. Celebrate the Day of the Dead. This is what they want from us. They want us to sin against the Most High. Gosh, give me if they have no sin. Give me that. I need that.
I ain't finished John.
I know. I finished. We're gonna finish John, but I want to, after you finish John, right, give me if they have no sin. I'm gonna show you why the oppressor pushes every holiday on every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. One, they hate you. They have a perpetual hatred for us. If y'all think I'm lying, I'm gonna show you something simple. Open your Google machines, turn on any social media platform, and show me how many Black people are being unalived by them. Show me how many Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are being unalived. Show me how many racial profiling stops has happened just in this month. Just in this month, I got you. Just in this month. Now, after you do that, look up how many white profiles been stopped. Show me. And I'll show you that they hate us. And why they hate us, because we got chosen by the Most High God. That's why. Because we have the covenant. Sir, you had something, right?
You said they wanted us to celebrate. They're gonna help us celebrate.
Come on.
By when you go to the supermarket and you put your, what's that thing called when you put your phone number in?
Oh, they're gonna give free turkeys.
They're gonna give you free turkey
and ham.
And hams. They're gonna help. If you don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving, you're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving whether you like it or not.
Sir, I'm gonna take my free turkey. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do that free turkey. That free turkey gonna stay in the freezer for a couple, right? And then one day the opium is gonna get together. And I'm saying, oh yeah, that turkey. I might have 2 of them in there, and I'm gonna cook them turkeys up. And guess what? We're gonna have a feast on a feast day. Because I did it last year. We had a feast on what Hanukkah. I think I did it for Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, yeah, we had a couple of free turkeys.
We had free turkeys on Hanukkah. We cooked them up things. Ooh, we had a good old time. You know why? Because the Lord smelled that good turkey. He smelled that one. Because we did it in the name of the Most High God of Israel.
Right.
Whereas in our people, we so stuck on slow. You know the scary part? Some of us know the truth. Some of us know the truth, and we still out here getting high. Some of us know the truth, and some of us is still out here gang banging and selling drugs to one another. I met a brother, and he said, "Shalom." I looked him up and down, and I know full and well he's a gangbanger. I won't say his name. I don't want to embarrass the brother, but he's a full-fledged gangbanger. And he said, "Shalom, big homie." I said, whoa. It threw me off. And I said, "Shalom. Yo, we have classes." He said, I know. Just trying to get myself together first. That's our biggest saying. Tomorrow. Meanwhile, we still digging ourselves into the sin. We're still digging ourselves into the sin. Give me that.
All right.
The rest of that jump.
It's the book of John, chapter 9, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God.
Any man be a worshiper of God. Now, I want everybody to understand when you read scriptures like this, because you got to know the context. When it says any man, it's not talking about white people. It's not talking about Asians. It's not talking about the Africans. It's talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's talking about the children of Israel. If you're on the 12 tribe chart, and I'm sure everybody's seen the 12 tribe chart, it's a fad now. It done got so famous, it's a fad. So if you're on that 12 tribe chart, then absolutely he's talking to you when he say, if any man, go ahead.
If any man be a worshiper of God, and doeth his will.
And do what?
And doeth his will.
And doeth what?
And doeth his will.
You know what that means? That means we are absolutely following the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. We're not just hearing them, we're doing them. See, a lot of times we forget to do them, or we don't know that we have to do them, because in the Christian church, they'll tell you the laws are done away with. Christian church is the biggest lies in the world.
Right.
Next to the oppressor himself. They are the biggest liars. Creflo Dollar will tell you give more money.
Technically, they go hand in hand, don't they, sir?
Come, they do. Keep going.
All right. And doeth his will, him he heareth.
Fluffy.
Please, a round of applause. Where was you at, Ayash?
I was at the book of John, chapter 9, verse 31, and I was holding First John, chapter 1, verse 8.
Where was you at? Say it one more time.
I was just wrapping up John, chapter 9, verse 31, and holding First John, chapter 1, verse 8.
John, chapter 9, verse 31. Is there questions in the room? Go ahead.
You want to read John 9 and 31 first? It's the book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
Let's talk about food stamps. All right, Kashak, what was you talking about? Halloween. Let's talk about food stamps and how you won't have no money to buy no damn candy. All right, let's talk about that. All right, give me Deuteronomy 28, give me 15. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Let me see. Y'all good questions, y'all go ahead and bring them out. Somebody else give me Isaiah, children oppress thee. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Isaiah.
Please, a separate cup. Somebody, 28, 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
If you do not obey the Lord, all the curses inside this Bible shall come upon thee and overtake thee. How many people voted for that shit?
What was that saying you said?
How many people voted? Would you say?
What was that saying you said from Isaiah?
Isaiah, children oppress thee.
Children oppressed.
What's that? Daniel, like 1 in 3, something like that. Up.
I got it.
Okay.
3 and 12.
Y'all bear with me 1 second.
I got it whenever you're ready, sir.
Just couldn't bear giving this plastic a shot. Just hurt my soul. We do like 20:15 again.
Oh God. So book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All the curses in the Bible will come upon who and overtake who? Somebody that's not an officer. Answer the question. Sisters, y'all can answer. New brother, you can answer. Hector, you can answer. If you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, who is that going to hurt? You got to raise your hand, Kalapia. Go ahead.
You, your family,
Who's you?
myself, me.
And who are you, Kalapia? What race are you, Kalapia?
Cheetah.
What race? What would the white man call you?
Right.
In a censored environment, what would the white man call you?
African American.
African American. So blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, when they don't follow the Bible, curses come upon them. Correct?
Right.
The shock said they putting God knows what inside the candy. That's new. And they was putting cocaine and razor blades in the Snicker bars back when I was young.
Yeah.
You understand? I don't know about what you're talking about. That's straight from the Catholic Church. Go ahead.
Well, to be honest with you, in the year of Diddy,
Okay.
you'd be surprised what they putting in the candy. Might be putting mild sedatives in the chocolates for the children.
Go ahead, Kashak. We live on TikTok. Please, everybody, watch your mouths. Go ahead.
Come on.
Okay.
Well, there's an article about a woman and her husband.
Mhm.
The woman was a teacher. I forgot what the husband did, but it was something of official. And for Halloween, he took his sperm and gave it to his wife.
Baked it inside some
Baked it
cupcakes.
into the cupcakes and gave it to the kids.
And gave it to the kids.
And gave it
So
to
they
the
came and said trick or treat,
Oh,
and he gave them cupcakes.
she took him to the school.
Took them to the school. This was served out at an elementary school.
In elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the problem with that? Why can't you do that?
Why? Fly him?
Why is he not allowed to do that?
You want me to answer it?
Huh?
You want me to answer it, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, ungodly.
Ungodly. Anybody else? Why can't that man do that? What's stopping him from doing that? Why can't he, Hector? Loriano, why can't he do that? Why can't a man violate cupcakes and give them out in elementary school? Why?
Why can't he do it?
Why?
Because I want.
According to who?
Well, he can if he's not part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
No, he can't. No, he cannot. Ayash,
That's just unsanitary first.
brother. So what?
That
Why?
that's even under their own
I
laws.
didn't see your hand going up, sis.
It's unholy and it's the devil's work.
What's unholy? Do you know what holy means? The definition of the word?
I taking care of it.
Please, water.
It's of God. So, like, the Holy Bible.
So when it says holy Bible,
Just the definition of God.
so is everybody holy? Is everything holy? So what must holy be?
Holy must be God's will.
Separate. The definition of holy is exactly what you're saying, but the word that you use is called separate. It's called separate. And there are separate laws that are supposed to govern the entire earth.
Right.
You understand? Not just the United States of America, but the entire earth. Not the Constitution. Right? Give me some more. What else they follow? Not Hammurabi's code. Not the law of the dead, which is that Egyptian, right? That's the Egyptian nonsense. There is a holy law that is supposed to govern the earth that tells you, yes, you can, and no, you can't. Do you know the problem with using the white man's law to say what a man can and cannot do? I can take it to court and challenge it. You
Right.
understand? And I'll get a law changed. I'll take it to the Supreme Court. I'll take it to the Ninth Circuit, and I'll have that law changed. You understand?
Right.
I have it changed. If my lawyer's good enough, what do rappers say all the time? What do street guys say all the time? What do rich, disgusting Russian Jewish people do all the time? They hire people who know the law in and out to get around the law.
Right.
You understand? So what's stopping the man from really doing that is the God of blacks and Hispanics. The God of the Bible is what's supposed to stop lawlessness from running through the earth.
Right.
Only that. Here's the problem. Your kids go to an elementary school where God does not reside. You understand? They get up every morning and put their right hand across their chest and they pledge allegiance to a flag. That sister said no. She said, I do not. He said, I refuse to get up and put my hand on my chest and pledge allegiance to the white man. Give her a round of applause. He will not pledge allegiance to the damn devil.
Right.
I'm breaking what I told y'all not to do. I'm saying things I shouldn't say on TikTok. We're being banned. I just want y'all to know that. We're going to get banned, but it's fine. All right? The God of blacks and Hispanics should rule America, and he does not. That's why your kids can get those cupcakes out of elementary schools. You understand? That's why your sons and your daughters feel left out when they don't participate in the illicit requests from strangers for candy and cupcakes. How many times would your son or your daughter have those cupcakes out if you didn't celebrate Halloween? Zero. You understand? Those cupcakes would not exist if not for that sick person knowing if I do this to these cupcakes, kids are enticed on October 31st to come get these cupcakes. Not to question who made the cupcakes. Not to question where the cupcakes come from. The kids are enticed to just eat the cupcakes. You understand? When you tell your kids all day, don't do what? Don't talk to strangers. Don't take food from strangers. Don't do any of that. The children are going to do all of that on October 31st. And you are going to break every rule you set forth before your children.
Right.
Because you want them to have a Snickers bar. And when the razor is inside the Snickers bar and it cuts their mouth up, and you're going to the hospital and you're mad and you're angry and you say, this is Donald Trump's America, or this is Joe Biden's America. This is the problem when your God does not run the earth.
Right.
This is not because of Donald Trump's America. This is not because of Joe Biden's America. This is because the God of blacks and Hispanics does not reign supreme on October 31st.
Right.
You understand? And Christians try to change it to Hallows Eve. Something about, what's the name? Y'all might not know. This is some history. Y'all might not know. Saint, what was it, man? Saint, I can't remember the saint name. It's a white guy where they try to say Hallows Eve, 30th. It's supposed to be for this saint. It's supposed to be this sanctified purpose, right?
I think it was like St. Augustine or something like that.
I don't know if it was St. Augustine.
I'll look it up.
But I know Hallows Eve, a Christian will tell you, Hallows Eve is a sanctified day and a good day. You understand? And it is not. You understand? It is not. If you want your kids to be safe this year, you'll stop them from eating candy on the 31st. You won't let them put that mask on or put that, what do kids wear? Last time I did Halloween, I had a Yu-Gi-Oh mask on. What do kids do? It's just what they wearing nowadays. Somebody tell me, what are the kids putting on?
You go to Spirit Halloween, you get masks, costumes, makeup,
What's a popular costume?
Like people would match costumes now in my school. So, but I guess there would just be like a certain character of a show or a movie.
Like a character. Daniel, what's popular?
Well, Christians dress their kids up as whores and demons.
There you go. There you go.
For Halloween. So.
There you go. Go ahead.
Oh, that's just
That's it.
yeah.
It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, and this is going to proliferate throughout the earth. What's going on, Mike? That's going to bring
No,
up.
no, I wanted to add to what you're saying. Where I live is every store, like shop right where I live downtown, and the sports stores, every place in the mall is loaded with Halloween paraphernalia. Saying they went over the top this year.
Well, they go over the top. I mean, it's pretty much every year, but they're trying to keep the spirit of America strong and intact. You understand? They want the American spirit strong. Donald Trump ain't doing what he's doing for no reason. You understand? It ain't for no reason. It's for every goddamn reason. He needs white America strong again. He needs the Hispanics out of the country. He needs white America strong and black Americans thankful that ICE isn't at your door. That's what he needs. He needs you saying, "Oh, thank Jesus that you spared me, Donald Trump. Thank you." And you only deporting the Hispanics. I appreciate that. He needs you appreciative. He needs the Hispanics gone so white America can flourish. You understand? So I have no doubt that the Halloween spirit is attempting to make a grand entrance this year. The only problem is the Lord canceled SNAP. That's the only problem. The Lord eliminated your food stamps. So now, you understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
It says no single saint behind Halloween. However, the Christian observance stems from All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, which was established in the 8th century by Pope Gregory III.
Right.
And it also notes that All Saints' Day comes behind St. Joseph Montano in the times of prayer preparation of that particular feast day, which
You
is
understand? So Christians try to make the 30th some saint day or something like that.
gone.
And then I don't know where this came from. I don't know the origins of Mystery Night. But Mystery Night is what I know the 30th to be. Mystery Night is what I know as rob cars, gang initiations, violent assaults, egg your house, TP your house. You understand? That's what I take somebody's speakers off their feet, throw it on the wire. That's Mystery Night. You understand? You just don't know what we're going to do to you tonight. It's a mystery. But if you step outside, we're going to violate you. It's a mystery as to what we might do. But we are for sure going to do something to you. You understand? So don't come outside on October 30th. Go ahead.
You said, sir, mystery night?
Mystery Night.
When I was growing up, they called it mischief night.
God.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, because that's more direct, like other people are up.
It absolutely is mischief. So mischief is absolutely what goes on the 30th. Mischief night, mystery night, whatever you want to call it. That's the spirit that is in the earth for this holiday. Ayash.
It says it all stems from back in like 2,000 years ago from the Celtics and traditions of Samhain. This is where they originally got the concept of All Hallows Eve and Halloween from Ireland, United Kingdom, Northern France. They celebrated this going into the new year, which was of November 1st to them during those times in the 8th century.
Right. Yeah, good.
It says Mischief Night is an informal holiday celebrated on the night before Halloween on October 30th, where people, especially young people, engage in pranks, vandalism, and other mischievous acts.
Man, that's lightweight.
Yeah, so that is not giving no.
That's lightweight. Exactly. You don't.
And it was the time the kids used to take eggs and let them go bad. Let them go. I'm talking about let them just take dozens of eggs
Before they do you dirty. Just make sure it's rotten.
Make sure the eggs sit out for like 3 weeks before Mischief Night, and then take the I forgot what they call them, the apple things that fall off the tree, the brains, they used to call them brains. You just stick them in the freezer and make them extremely, rough. And they would throw those at people, bust car windows, throw them at cars.
That was the spirit of the 30th that you grew up.
Sir. And
you didn't grow up on you didn't grow up on some light pranks.
No, like pranks.
Listen, some light pranks out there.
Hurting
Because
people.
that's the truth
Hurting
about
people.
right. That's the truth about. And let me tell you something. White people love this time of year.
God.
All businesses go from red to black in the fall. In the fall leading into the winter. I want you to know all your beloved stores, your Walmarts. I don't know if Kmart's still operational. Your Walmarts. Yeah, you said no. See, Walmart, Target, maybe not Amazon.
Acme, Stop and Shop, Marshalls,
TJ Maxx. All of these businesses are in the red. You know, they are not profitable up until fall, which is where Black Friday came from. Black Friday came from we go into the black on this time. Meaning in business, black is profit. Meaning we let that sink on you. Let that sink on you. Black is profit. You understand? If we could just manipulate and use them, we'd be profit.
Right.
You understand? Black is profit. Go ahead.
I lost it.
Interrupt me no more.
No, I was holding it.
You had your hand.
Con,
What's up?
pertaining to what you were saying, like they use us for the focal point, like for example, like how they give us stimulus checks, but then they turn around and put everything on sale for us to turn around and give it right back to them.
Of course, that's why black people don't need reparations, because you're gonna give it all back to the white man. Everybody gonna have the nicest Jordans in America. Everybody gonna have a 65-inch flat screen. Everybody gonna have a bogus knot with $1,762 in it, and you're gonna be balling with no food in the house because you still ain't got no snack. You understand?
Like they showed before Biden left office, they gave a black man his 40 acres and a mule, and he ended up 40 times worse off in debt behind them giving him reparations. They gave him 40 acres and a mule, meaning they gave him, let's say, for example, they gave him $40 million. They put him $60 million worth in debt after they taxed him and said, oh, he had outstanding debt and this, that, and the third. It's like if you win the lottery.
What are you talking about?
It was a black man in his 50s and 60s, and they was trying to use him for their vocal point of saying, oh, we starting to give reparations. We're going to give him his 40 acres and a mule. They gave him an interview on Good Night America or Good Morning America, whatever, and they basically used him as an example and robbed him blind.
They used him as an example and then robbed him blind.
Yeah, con.
Okay.
That's why you hear these young theorists having debates with more, well-renowned, educated people about reparations, saying, oh, we don't need reparations, this, that, and the third. And they say men lie, women lie, numbers dope. But white people have been known to cook the books and change numbers on statistics all the time. Because every time we look at statistics about black unalignments in America.
Give me hunger and thirst in Deuteronomy 28. Yeah. You keep talking.
Come. They always talk about how when we look up stats for unalignments, they try to put white people in those stats like that really happens. We look on social media on a daily basis, and what do we see in basic traffic stops? Black people getting mistreated, broken limbs, unalived, not making it to the precinct, not making it to the hospital, not making it home.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst.
In hunger and in thirst, you gotta go to your enemy. So that plays such an integral role in the ghetto in providing food and water for the people who need it, for the impoverished, for us, for blacks and Hispanics in the ghetto who do not have what they need to survive, right? Pack of waters, a case of waters, right? Ground beef, chicken breasts, chicken legs. You get most of these things, or the average person in the ghetto gets these things on food stamps. You understand? Because you do not work a job that provides enough money for you to pay your bills without government assistance. You understand?
Right.
For the most part. Brother, SNAP being cut off, you already have to go to your enemy, meaning Poland Spring is not owned by black people. Deer Park is not owned by black people. Dasani is not owned by blacks or Hispanics. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Not only do they force you to go to them for their food, now they're going to cut off the way that they help you get food and water and you must grovel further. Grovel and beg President Trump to turn on the snap, turn on the faucet. You understand? Because blacks and Hispanics don't want unity. Where if you just came together and we all come together, I mean, we have so much buying power in America. I think we eclipse every race in America in terms of buying power. You understand? Where if we just come together, blacks and Hispanics, we would not need to worry about whether or not the white man cut off SNAP. You understand?
Right.
Whether or not he cut off food stamps. You understand?
Come.
We figure something out. But long gone are the days where blacks and Hispanics got together and did potlucks. You understand? Where the whole community would eat out of one house, or had one house cooked for that day. My grandmother would tell me these stories. This house cooked on this day, and she made enough for whatever families was involved, and they pitched in. And then the next time it was this house, and then the next time it was that house. You understand? Go ahead.
If I may, for example, if 5 wealthy, not rich, but wealthy black people came together, they could solve over 40% of the poverty in today's society dealing with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. For example, Jay-Z, The Rock, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, and let's say Oprah, right? If those 5 people would come together, which they won't, they can single-handedly end poverty in the United States.
Yeah.
If they was to come together.
What's the problem? Tell me, what is the problem with what Ayash just said? Say what you said again. The name. Say the names you just said. You said Oprah. Who else?
Oprah, The Rock, Jay-Z, Cat Williams. Let's not even Cat Williams. Let's say Tyler Perry because he has more money.
Okay.
And let's say Michael Jordan. Perfect.
So Michael Jordan, right? To most people, the greatest basketball player to ever live. So much money from sneakers, so much money from sponsors, I guess, endorsements. Oprah, give out a car and everybody. Look under your seat. It's a Benz. Oprah, Miss Oprah, right? So-called self-made billionaire. Tyler Perry, the flamboyant billionaire. Who else you say?
Jay-Z.
The
shrewd
billionaire. What's the cat name? What's the painter's name? What's the painter's name? Basquiat. I think he's Basquiat, a gay painter. Mr. Basquiat himself. And who else?
And The Rock. He's worth $800 million.
He's supposed to feed black people because he did the people's elbow. Right? What's the problem with the names that Ayash just gave out? A
bunch of selfish individuals.
They got that money from being selfish. That's exactly how they got that money. Dwayne The Rock Johnson used all the steroids in the world till his body couldn't take it no more. To be huge, to perform on the WWE. And as soon as the white man say, look, we might want to give you an Oscar, he stopped doing steroids and started doing cocaine and shrunk it down to acceptable size for the Oscars. Right? He's done nothing for black people. He's not a leader for black people. Oprah was giving out, cars and vacations to anybody who sat in her audience. But Oprah has never done anything like cleaning up. Where's she from? She's from Chicago.
Chicago.
She's never cleaned up. Why? She got $1 billion. You talking about her feeding a nation of people? She could have started with Chicago. She never tried to clean Chicago. You understand? She's never done nothing of meaningfulness to Chicago. Right? Who else? Who you say? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry dresses up as a woman so he gets some money. You understand? He puts a dress on and a mask and glasses and a wig and changes his voice slightly so he can act like his masculine Aunt Medea. You understand? It's a man who acts like a woman who acts like a man. That's black. That's the black savior. That's the black savior.
So you're saying it's the pronouns is he, she, they, and
he, she, we, whatever. Yes, TikTok, we got banned for real.
It's like the reason why a lot of these famous people remain famous.
Know what's the problem?
The problem is if they help their own people or help their own communities, they lose their fame and fortune. The white man takes it away from them. This is why they have to be selfish. In order to keep those billions, Jay-Z has to be selfish. He can't give back to Marcy Projects.
Where's the help coming from? Who's going to help black people?
And that's the problem that we cannot solve yet. You know who? Commanding General YAHANNA and the ISUPK. That's who's going to help blacks,
Ask
especially
Ayaz,
Native
where the
Americans.
hell is he sitting? Where are you sitting?
I'm sitting.
You
I'm
have to be an ISUPK to effectively help black people. You can
Right.
give out food at the church. Right? You give out some clothes at the Salvation Army. You can do that. But man shall not live on bread alone.
Come
You
on.
understand? You give a brother some clothes, you give a brother some food. I mean, but what are you giving him in his soul? Why is he not going to eat what you give him, go back to Hyatt Court Projects and shoot somebody in the face? Why? Why can't you give this brother food, and once they eat the food, they go back to their projects and try to kill each other? Why can't that happen? That absolutely can happen, and it does happen. You understand? Everybody that goes to the church does nothing to better themselves, to change themselves,
Right.
to become leaders of the black community or better people within the black community, because you're just giving them a fish. You understand? You're giving them a piece of bread, you're giving them fish, you're giving them some socks. You understand? But you are not telling him why he should not go back to his projects and shoot another man in the face.
Right.
You're not doing it. You understand? Go ahead.
No, it reminded me of when you just said that. I don't know where I heard this parable. If you feed a man a fish, and he's no longer hungry for that day, but if you teach a man to fish, he'll never be hungry again. Something like that.
And what's the fish? What's the fish though? What fish do we need to give people? What fish do we need to teach brothers?
I was gonna say the truth.
The fish that you need men to really be able to go get is other men. You understand? You need a man to be able to go get another man off the corner and say, you don't have to sell drugs anymore. You understand? You need a man to teach a man that you're royalty, a man to teach a man that you don't have to go to jail to prove that you're tough. You need men to teach men that. You understand? That's the fishing that it's talking. You give somebody some food. Give him a sandwich. Give him a buffet, Ayash. Go to DK Buffet and give him everything in the damn everything. He's going to go home and he's going to shoot somebody in the face. You understand? He's going to say, oh, that General Tso's was so delicious. It was so delicious. And when you step on my Jordans, I'm going to slit your throat. You understand? That food does not change a man. What changes a man is the things you put inside of his head, which is why the Christian church, who has all the funding in America, all the funding you could possibly want, now they tell us, accept the deal and we'll give you funding. You understand? Accept the deal, we'll give you funding. If you only teach what we tell you to teach, we'll give you a mega church. You understand? We'll give you a whole damn mega church. You'll light the block up. We'll give you a damn neon light with it. It's going to glow in the damn dark. You understand? The Christian church has all of that and changes nothing. You understand? Snap goes off. People want to run to the Christian church. They're going to go to the Christian if they don't close their damn doors like they do. People are going to run to the Christian churches that don't lock the doors to try to keep their food. They're going to run to the Christian churches saying, help us, give us food. You understand? And the Christian church is going to give them that food and say, go ahead and go back to your homes and continue to live the life you were living. You understand? When you come and get food from the ISUPK, we tell you why you don't have it. You understand the difference? We tell you you don't have food because you don't love God. You don't love God, so God doesn't care that you don't have food. So God doesn't give you food. Fortunately, for the blacks and Hispanics, Commander General YAHANNA raised up the ISUPK to give out food and to give out clothes and to have somewhere where people can come and get the things they need and get what you need to put inside of your damn head. You understand? Fortunately enough, there's not just pastors running around claiming to lead blacks and Hispanics. Fortunately enough, because if it was just the pastors, everybody would eat steaming cupcakes. You understand? Everybody. I don't want to keep saying that. I feel like we're going to get banned. I'm just saying it. I'm going to ban my damn self. It's everybody would have that if not for the ISUPK. You understand? Donald Trump would run America. He'd run America into the ground. All the Hispanics would be deported. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump is going to fail. He's going to fail. You understand me? He's going to try to deport all of the Hispanics. So let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how this even started, just in case you don't know. And this is still on Snap. You understand? They cannot agree on what. Let me tell you the big sticking point if you don't know. I know everybody knows food stamps. The Republicans and Democrats could not agree on whether or not to give so-called illegal immigrants insurance. Insurance was the big sticking point for Republicans anyway. But the Democrats wanted insurance for illegal immigrants, and they said, hell no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Allegedly, right? We all know that they line their own pockets in these bills. But allegedly, they're saying give the so-called illegal immigrants insurance. The Republicans are saying, no, we will not. Here's why Donald Trump is going to fail. Millions of brothers and sisters came across the border when Sleepy Joe was in office. When President Joe Biden was in office, millions of Hispanics was able to come into the United States, into the land that is theirs, let's be clear, into a land that belongs to them. They were able to come over here and get out of the desert, largely a desert that is Mexico. You understand? And that is the other lands. A lot of it is forest and desert. And they was able to escape and come into this land that they had first time. And Donald Trump has 4 years in office. That's why he's going to fail. You understand? If his time was not cut short by the Lord, I mean, Lord have mercy on us. You understand? If the time of America in general was not cut short, Lord only knows where blacks and Hispanics would be. But to save his people, the Lord is cutting his time short. He's floated the idea out there that I will change the Constitution so I can do more than 2 terms. You know why? Because he knows in 4 years, I can't get everybody out this all. I can't get all the Hispanics out of America in 4 years. He's running down on people I just saw a video earlier. A sister got a damn car trying to go into Walmart. Black ICE officer, and I want to say maybe Hispanic, but maybe white, ran down with the mask on and walked up on her and said, "Were you born here?" She got out the car, keys in hand, phone in the other hand, walking into Walmart. They circled her. "Were you born here?" She went, "What is it? Were you born here?" And the video cuts off because I guess the person who was recording it was too damn scared to keep recording. You understand? Rashad?
What you were saying earlier, everybody's most favorite president, Barack Obama, had already put that in play where, what is it called? Dictatorship. When it's one president, he can just continuously take turns. He put that in play on his term.
Well, there's rules that you don't know about in the United States of America until they're enacted. Meaning, if you're in a state of war, I believe the president can maintain rulership beyond his term, which is exactly why Bibi Netanyahu keeps bombing
right.
Palestine.
God.
Because if he does not keep bombing Palestine, let me tell you what's happening before he decided to bomb Palestine. You ready? The streets of Israel was in an uproar because they did not want Bibi Netanyahu to leave the country. He was a criminal who was on trial, but he was getting ready to do trial for his charges in Israel. But there's a law in Israel. If you're at war, that stops until the war is over. That's why all of the peace treaties that Trump is thinking he's going to broker are never going to last, because Bibi Netanyahu is going to keep bombing everybody in the Middle East. Have you not seen him switch targets a million times? He's looking at Iraq now. He's looking at Saudi Arabia. I mean, goddamn, your butt's so big. You have none of your own real military might. It comes from the United States of America, yet you bomb every goddamn body. He's fighting for his life. You understand? He said, if I have to unalive millions of people in the Middle East so that I don't stand trial, guess what? I'm blowing pages up. You understand? I'm dropping the bombs relentlessly because laws like that exist to keep criminals in power, like Donald Trump, like Bibi Netanyahu, like Joe Biden, like Barack Obama. You understand? At any given moment, if I feel like, I don't want to go to jail behind this, and the powers that are above them say, yeah, go ahead and do that, they're going to start a war, and whoever's in office is going to sit there. You understand? He's going to sit there, and he's going to have the time of his life escaping trial while you wonder about when is Snap coming back on. You understand? When the hell is Snap coming back on while this guy is dodging trial? You understand?
God.
Go ahead.
You know, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Trump passed this Federal Felons Act, right? Because remember, he was facing 34 charges and counts himself, and still became president for another 4 years. Now, with this act in play, you could be a convicted felon and still obtain or retain a federal job.
Really? So what you said again?
You can be a convicted felon like Donald Trump and still obtain or retain a federal job with this act that he had put in play.
Somebody give me
I'm holding Isaiah 3 and 12 for you still.
Yeah, drop that. Give me First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 1. First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 1.
You still want me to hold Isaiah? Or you want me to
No, you can drop that. Give me Maccabees.
All right. Maccabees 1 and what?
3 and 1.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 1.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 1.
Colonel Khan. It's the book of Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Akim got it?
Oh,
You know, cup
go ahead,
over.
get somebody to get that. You and Shamar, go alert one of those brothers. Get that. Go ahead.
Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. All his brethren helped him, and so did all they that held with his father.
Give me 1 second. Let me get with you.
Colonel Khan.
Okay, go. Read from the top again. Go read from the top. Read from the top.
Colonel Khan. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus.
Right. So his son Judas, this is Mattathias. Mattathias had a son named Judas, otherwise known Maccabeus or Maccabees, which is why this is called the book of Maccabees. Right? Rose up in his stead. Mattathias was a leader over Israel, and then his son rose up to take the mantle. Go ahead. Which your sons will not do if they are eating candy on October 31st. All you're teaching your son to do is accept Snickers from strangers. You understand? Mattathias taught his son to rise up and fight against the oppressor. You can't do that by eating candy from strangers. Go ahead.
Rose up in his stead. Verse 2. And all his brethren helped him.
Mm-hmm.
And so did all they that held with his father.
Mm-hmm.
And they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel.
They fought with cheerfulness the battle of it. Your kids are going to come to you and they're going to be upset when you first tell them, hey, look, we're not doing Halloween no more. If they didn't grow up in the truth, they're going to say, hey, look, we're not doing Halloween no more. They're going to say, but, neighbor is doing it, best friend is doing it, class is doing it. You understand? They coloring witches the whole month in class. They coloring pumpkins. They having. We used to miss class one day, and it used to be we're watching a Halloween movie. You know what I'm saying? We'll start a movie, and it'll be like class will be like 45 minutes long, and for the next two and a half classes, we won't learn anything. It'll just be whatever the Halloween movie is. You understand? In the place of learning the math and the science, your child is going to learn to love Halloween in school. I want you to understand. That's going to happen. They're going to stop math and science for 2 periods, and they're going to give them Halloween movies. You understand? They're going to do that. Go ahead.
Don't forget the field trip to the pumpkin farm. Picking pumpkins.
I grew up in the
just like they do for apples for Thanksgiving.
Y'all went to the pumpkin farm? Okay. Maybe
we did that 8 years ago.
Maybe the memory escapes me. You understand? Maybe the memory escapes
me. Went 8 years ago.
I remember walking through broken gates, ringing broken doorbells to get half open candy. You understand? That's what I remember. I don't remember going to the pumpkin farm.
I remember the pumpkin farm.
You remember the pumpkin farm? Y'all had money going.
Nah, that was back in the 80s.
Go ahead.
I'm old enough to remember, like in grade school, teachers dressing up in costume.
Right. And that's who your child is influenced by. Let's be clear.
And then we first asked to go that day to school in a little in costume.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Costume day.
Yeah.
Costume day. If the 31st, even if it doesn't fall on a school day, whatever the last day is before Halloween becomes costume day. So if Halloween is on a Sunday in school, obviously school's over Friday. Friday is costume day. So now you wear whatever costume you're going to wear Sunday, you wear that to school on Friday and it's acceptable. But the rest of the year, your child will be chastised if they're not in uniform.
Right.
But when they're celebrating Christianity, it's acceptable. You understand? Go ahead.
Just remember something when you said that. A lot of there's some churches, and usually it's run by some brothers somewhere. I remember seeing something on YouTube years ago. The Christians will have their place of worship, and then they won't call it Halloween, but they'll still do the tradition. They'll call it like seasonal something.
It's called being die-hard Christian.
Yeah.
Meaning, them brothers in ISUPK make sense. Damn. And this dude seem a little satanic. Hold on, here's the famous one going out. It's for the kids. We don't care about the costumes for real. It's really just the kids like candy, so we give them candy. You say the same thing when it's Mother and Father's Day.
Right.
I'm not celebrating this because the white man told me to. I always love my mother. Why don't you just do this a whole different day of the year? Why don't you take it to IHOP a whole different day of the year? You ain't doing nothing but take it to IHOP anyway.
Right.
You take it to IHOP. Take it to IHOP in September. Take it to IHOP in January or something. Why are you doing it when the white man says, take your mom to IHOP? You love your daddy so much, get him that BS mug any day outside of June. You understand?
Okay.
But you don't love your daddy for real. You don't love your mother for real. You're doing it because the white man said do it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, even in Halloween, they wear these costumes and they adapt to the let's say if they play a monster, you taking on a monster role for that day, for that hour, for that minute, and I feel like that's not good for the spirit at all.
Let me tell you what's not good for the spirit. You ready? Let me tell you what's not good for the spirit. You wasn't here earlier. Tell you what's not good for the spirit. Eating candy that has razors in it is not good for the spirit. Eating candy with heroin inside of it is not good for the spirit. You understand? That is terrible for the spirit. It's going to create a junkie. You understand? You've seen a child. Children get beat up. Children get beat up, and you go through a whole. By beat up, let me be clear. If your child gets bullied, you go through a whole breakdown and a whole lesson on don't allow yourself to be bullied. Don't let people put their hands on you. You hit them back, or you tell a teacher. You go through the whole thing. What do you say when you authorize your child to go door to door to collect candy, and the razor's in the Snicker, and they're eating the Snicker, and they cut their throat up? What do you say? What do you say to your child when you just allowed them supervised? This was supervised to eat razor-filled candy and cut their mouth up, end up in the hospital looking all crazy. There's nothing you can say because this is a part of what you believe in. You understand? This is a part of it. Go ahead.
I was fortunate enough to go on many field trips when I was younger because of the school I was in. I was fortunate. You know, we did like 40 field trips a year. It was like that, you know. So I know about the pumpkin farms, the apple farms, going to Hershey Park and the Land of Make Believe and all of that during all seasons.
Just suffer with us. Don't rub it in. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your point?
Don't shun me because I was blessed when I was young, you know. But no, it's like
blessed and highly favored to eat the cocaine candy.
Well, it wasn't cocaine back then. I forgot what it was. No, but the point is, like, you know, it's deeper than field trips and celebrating these pagan holidays. It's a spirit over these holidays. It's a spirit over these schools and over these people and over these towns and these cities. There's an overall spirit over these places that overtakes them. And all this stems from us not following the Most High God and keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. Because this is why the Most High took His spirit out of the earth in the first damn place.
Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 12. You keep talking.
And the fact that now His spirit is returned back, put back into the earth, and people are starting to finally get it and wake up. It still feels like we have a lot of work to do because a lot of us in the world is still so far gone because of the drug epidemic. Marijuana being legal in New York, they have legal crack houses now, safe smoking kits. like they're legalizing cocaine and heroin and putting you in controlled environments like a damn guinea pig so they can study your behavior. And they let you do it in peace so you can get high in peace. They're still trying to kill you, but now they want to do it in a controlled environment so they can study you like a damn lab rat. And now they're starting to expand it to other boroughs. Now they're going to start expanding it to other towns. And to what extent? You understand? All this stems from us not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We're not supposed to keep these so-called paganistic holidays. What's wrong with keeping Hanukkah for the Most High? What's wrong with keeping the Lord's Passover, the Feast of First Fruit, the Feast of Tabernacles, the Day of Atonement? All of these are days that we're supposed to keep as holy convocations as said in the Bible.
I think you might know what's the problem with it. The problem would be that the white man didn't say to celebrate.
The
white man didn't tell you celebrate the things in the Bible. He said celebrate what I'm telling you to celebrate.
Right.
Despite the fact he's telling you to go to a church where they open the Bible and they read to you, he's telling you don't go in there and find any celebratory days. Just go there for Easter. Right? When you go there, celebrate Easter, that's nowhere in the Bible. Celebrate Christmas, that's nowhere in the Bible. Do Halloween, show up with your costumes to the church, that's nowhere in the Bible. You understand? The problem is that wise men don't sit on top of the congregation of blacks and Hispanics. You understand? That's the problem, because if you sit a man down and tell him, do you serve this book? And he says, yes, I'm a diehard Christian. And then you say, okay, so you follow the book. Yes. Well, this book says to celebrate Hanukkah. It says nothing about Christmas. A man is going to wrestle with the fact that he's been brainwashed. You understand? Which is why the pastor must say that although we read this book and we claim to love the God of this book, we cannot do what's in the book. We're not perfect and we can never be perfect. He has to say that, because if he doesn't say that and you ever open this book for yourself and begin to read and say, well, I don't see anywhere where it says that we're done with the law. It says the law is not done away with. So why are you saying he must say when Christ died on the cross, our sins were pinned with him? You understand?
Right.
He must say that to get you to not question the garbage that he has you living. Somebody read Deuteronomy 1 and 12. Read a second up. Deuteronomy 1 and 12 up. Deuteronomy 1 and 12. I got it. Good.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 12. How can I myself alone bear your cumbrance and your burden and your strife?
Who's speaking there? Does anybody know who's speaking?
I'm like God.
Nope. Try again. Does anybody know who's speaking?
Most High.
Well, go up a verse. You in 1?
Yep. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 12. The person that's speaking is Moses, sir.
That's Moses speaking. The skill that you're going to learn if you come here enough is context. And to learn context, sometimes you read around your verse, right? So when you have questions in the scriptures, a lot of the times, one, you'll never understand it unless a man teach you. That's one. Two, a lot of times you don't understand because the pastor does not know to tell you to read here a little, there a little. Understand, which is in Isaiah. You understand? You're supposed to read, not just read it like a bedtime book for your kids. It's not what this is. You understand? It ain't that. You're supposed to read here a little, there a little. So if you have a question in, what is it, 1 and 12?
Yes.
You have a question in 1 and 12, you would go up. If I ask you who's reading, 12 doesn't say anything. What does 11 say? What does 10 say? What does 9 say? You understand? Context is important sometimes when you want to all the time, when you want to understand scriptures, all right? We'll read on in 12. Read 12 again.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 12. How can I alone bear your cumbrance?
And I myself alone bear your cumbrance. Somebody give me the definition of cumbrance.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll ask for a definition. You just pull it up on Google. Right? Type it into Google and get the definition real quick. We used to tell brothers to pack a dictionary and bring it to class.
I got the definition.
Burden, obstacle, or hindrance, not obstruction, or makes an action difficult.
Something that can block your path and make it difficult. Stumbling block. You understand? How can I myself alone bear your cumbrance, bear your issues? You understand? Read on.
And your burden.
And your burden. Go ahead.
And your strife.
How can I? Moses is asking. How can I myself, just me, answer all the questions that millions of blacks and Hispanics are going to have about the Bible? You understand? How can I answer all of your issues? Meaning that when a husband is having a problem with a wife, when two brothers are having a problem, when a brother and a sister is having a problem, when two sisters are having a problem. How can I answer all those questions across the entire nation? You understand? Go ahead. You know how many people are going to have questions about Halloween that don't know no better? There's millions of black people that are still going to celebrate it, and they still don't know any better. How can one man address millions of people personally? Go ahead. Go ahead.
That was the end of 12.
3:13. You know.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Take you wise men.
Take you what?
Take you wise men.
Take you pastors.
Take you wise men.
Take you wise men. Go ahead.
And understanding.
Men of understanding. Go ahead.
And known among your tribes.
Known among your tribes. Go ahead.
And I will make them rulers over you.
And I will make them rulers over you. You understand? Not go vote for Donald Trump. Not go vote for Joe Biden. The Lord said, men of understanding, wise men, will come up amongst you. Meaning these aren't white people. These aren't, what's Kamala? There's not East Indians. Well, she's white. So her daddy, if y'all don't know, come on, her father's white. But these aren't East Indians. These aren't white people. These are blacks and Hispanics who are going to come up around other blacks and Hispanics who are going to be wise and of understanding, who are going to come up to lead the people. Right? A misconception is that you have to look to somebody outside of your own race when you do not. You understand? The leader of your people is going to come from your own race, as Christ was a black man.
Right.
You understand? So your leader is going to come from within the Israelite tribes. You never have to worry about voting for a white man. Don't worry about what his policies is, what his politics is, what he believes and what he doesn't believe. You worry about serving your king, Christ. You understand? And you worry about becoming a leader of blacks and Hispanics. You become a leader. You understand? You become the person that people can come to and say, why shouldn't I celebrate Halloween? You understand? Because the pastor is going to say, brother, it's okay. It's okay. It's just a day. You have to be the person that says it's not okay and this is why. You understand? Because we're always going to eat cocaine-laced candy. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 14. And ye answered me and said, the thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do.
The thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 15. So I took the chief of your tribes.
I took the chiefs of your tribes. Go ahead.
Wise men.
The wise men.
And known. And made them heads over you.
Mm-hmm.
Captains over thousands.
Mm-hmm.
And captains over hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
And captains over 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And captains over 10s.
Mm-hmm.
And officers among your tribes.
The people that are going to lead blacks and Hispanics out of this issue are the men who obtain rank inside of the ISUPK. You understand? That's who's going to lead you. Those that love the Lord enough to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments are going to lead the rest of blacks and Hispanics out of poverty, out of America, out of Halloween. You understand? You don't have to worry about SNAP if you knew who led you. You understand? Every brother and sister inside this school knows food stamps about to get cut off. No one is panicking. You understand? No one is panicking because we know who leads us. We know Commanding General YAHANNA is the man that the Lord set up to lead blacks and Hispanics. So if he's not worrying, if he's saying don't worry, guess what? It's against me to worry. My leader said don't worry. I can't worry now because he said don't. You understand? So now I must not worry and I must trust in the Lord who set him up. It's hard to do that. It's hard to believe in Donald Trump. That's hard. That's hard. It's hard to believe in your senators and your governors and your mayors. It's hard when you vote. If anybody who did vote, whoever used to vote, it's hard when you go vote and they tell you I'm gonna do this and they don't do it. That's hard. That's hard. You go, oh, you gonna do this for the community? They go, yeah, vote me in. And they don't do nothing they told you. And just imagine how your grandparents felt back when more Black and Hispanic people used to always vote. Imagine how your grandparents felt every 4 years, every 2 years, going to elections and voting and thinking that change is going to come to my community. Going to church every Sunday, thinking this is what's going to help get my grandson out the streets. Imagine continuously going there to church, continuously going to the voting booth, and your grandson still dies in the streets. SNAP still gets shut off. Black people, we still don't have more of a more thriving community. More Hispanics still get deported. And you thought voting was going to stop the issues that you're concerned about. It's not. You understand? Fortunately for us, we have a king that you don't have to vote. You understand? You just don't have to vote. All right, all you got to do is exist as a Black and Hispanic, follow the laws inside the Bible, and poof, you have a king. You understand? You have a king already, so don't worry about what's going on. All right? Go ahead. Kashat, go ahead. You had your hand up before. You good?
Well, I had a question.
Good. I think you said it's a question online too, right? No? Okay. Kashat?
What is the mark of the beast?
I don't know, Kashat. What's the mark of the beast?
I mean, somebody actually asked a question in class for class purposes.
Ayash, what's the mark of the beast?
I have my own question.
I can ask you that your own question. I said, what's the mark of the beast?
Mark of the beast. Esau's kingdom in general.
Daniel, what's the mark of the beast?
Christianity.
I expect y'all to answer like a Daniel next time. It's
Count
one word answer, real simple.
Count, sir.
Kashat, the mark of the beast is Christianity. Now, that person, I assume when they ask this, people that typically ask this need more of an understanding. You say Christianity, they're like, Christianity is the mark of the beast because of what, Kashat? Now that I've told you it's Christianity, why is Christianity the mark of the beast?
Because it's against the Most High God.
Speak a little louder.
Because it teaches everything against the Most High God.
What's an example? What makes it the mark of the beast? Okay, let's stop right here. What is the mark of the beast? What do people believe the mark of the beast is? What's so important about it? What's so important about the mark of the beast?
People think the mark of the beast is a chip in the.
We know that, but what's the so-called scary part about the mark of the beast that people get all up in it? When you want to answer, just put your hand up. Let me get a young man to try. Go ahead.
That you won't be able to buy and sell.
I can't buy nothing. I can't get a turkey and cheese because I got the mark of the beast. You understand? That's the scary part that people believe. If I don't have this chip in my arm, the bodega store is going to turn me away. That's what they believe. You understand?
Right.
They believe I don't have a chip in my arm, the chicken shack is going to say your money's no good here, and I'm starving. I'm going to starve to death. You understand? That's what people believe the mark of the beast is.
Right.
Right? They're afraid. They're afraid that the white man could possibly cut them off. That's the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is when you read it in Revelation like a Christian, you understand? You read it and you go, oh wow, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to eat food. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to buy my pleasures. I'm not going to be able to resell something on eBay. That's what they really believe.
Right.
Buy and sell. They think buy and sell is I can't buy a bike. I can't sell something on eBay. I can't sell something on Amazon. Which of course I thought you would spell that.
No, sorry.
Go ahead.
So the mark of the beast would be that Christianity teach that everything that you just said.
Well, give me the mark of the beast in Revelation. Say what you just said again. You give me the mark of the beast in Revelation. You read?
Christianity, why Christianity is the mark of the beast, because they teach that very thing, that you need that chip in order to buy and sell. Taxes will teach you about the lie of it and not the truth of it.
Because all right, see, let me tell you a little something about me. I like Christian movies. What do I mean by that? I like fantasy movies. I like pretend stuff, like Star Wars and stuff. So when movies come on with people fighting demons and cutting their head off and getting superpowers from Gabriel, and I find great pleasure in watching that type of stuff because it's all fake. You understand? It's about as fake as Star Wars.
Right.
You understand? I love it. And that's what pastors believe is real. You eat enough of those bland chips of communion, and just one day, Gabriel might light down and give you a little tap on the shoulder. You're super saint now. You understand? He's a super deacon now. You understand? That's what he believes. That's what he believes. He doesn't fight the demon of eating pork. No. Let's not fight that. We're gonna fight the demon of the movies. You understand? It has to walk in with horns sticking out of his kneecaps for him to believe it's a damn demon. You understand? This is what I've been waiting for. As if he'd swing a sword anyway. But this is what I've been waiting for, to have my chance to. I love Christian movies. It's like Star Wars. Who got what I asked for? Revelation, mark of the beast. Come on.
I had a question. All right. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13, starting at verse 1. It says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." Verse 2, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the
Can somebody confirm me in the right spot? I'm looking for something else right now. With the mark of the mark.
There's different scriptures that say mark of the
You
beast.
got a little tip. Download Blue Letter Bible.
Got
Go
that.
to the search bar. Type in Mark Beast. It'll take you everywhere that does mention.
Book of Revelation,
Aisha,
chapter 13, verse 16.
Aisha Yar is in the live stream, sharing a live stream with the water. Go ahead.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16.
Revelations 13 and 16. Y'all hear that?
And
Now, we're gonna go what I say earlier. We're gonna go up a couple verses. Get some context. Go ahead.
Verse 14 there.
Give me 11.
And behold, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him.
He exercises all the power of the first beast before him. Who's the first beast? Who's the first beast that America's exercising the power of?
Egypt,
the first beast before him.
I want to say the Roman Empire.
Rome. Exercising the power. That's the first one. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. And causeth the earth and them which dwelleth therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Whose deadly wound was healed. Thought Rome was gone. We thought it was all done away. It was all finished and nice and done. It was healed. America came right on up, took up the mantle and said, we'll come back stronger, better than ever. You understand? More powerful.
Right. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast.
Where you at? Where you at? Because you're kind of reading a little chopped.
Verse 13.
13. Okay, go ahead.
We start from the beginning.
Yeah, just go ahead. Read from the beginning. 13.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
In the sight of the beast, go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast.
Make an image for Christianity. Go ahead.
Which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Had a wound by the sword and did live. Rome was conquered. It was conquered, but it did live. It was wounded by the sword, but it lived. They needed an image for Christianity, right? Which is where you get the whitewashing of Christ from, right? Create an image unto that beast. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
If you're wondering why America is so constantly in somebody else's country, invading someone else, what are some who say, I'm in another man country, in another man land, in another man face, bombing them.
Right.
You understand? Constantly bombing another country because they won't accept America's Christianity. Do you wonder why all of these things, other than the fact that the Lord said the Middle East will never rest? You know why America's constantly in the Middle East? Because the Middle East will not accept its Christianity through and through. You understand? Who do they tell you the biggest terrorists are? The Muslims, the ones who are not Christian. You understand? They're the biggest terrorists if you let the white man tell it. Let him tell it. He's the biggest terrorist. He wants you to believe that because he's on a mission to unalive anybody that is not going to serve Christianity, is not going to serve like Jesus. Why do you think they put us on a Southern law? What is it? The Southern Poverty Law Center? Labeled us as a hate group. He just, just trying to love blacks and Hispanics, bro. Just trying to love blacks and Hispanics. We got put on a Southern Poverty Law Center as a hate group. He had to say, those are the terrorists. You understand? Those are the terrorists. They're the problem, despite the fact that he's bombing everybody in everyone's country. You understand? Trump said, Palestine, stand down. Let me tell you, he knew that Bibi Netanyahu was still bombing the Palestinians and said, Palestine, stand down. When Netanyahu was bombing them still after the treaty. And said, Palestine, stand down or I'm going to have to obliterate you. You understand? I'm going to have to obliterate you if you do not stand down, despite the fact that Palestine wasn't bombing. Palestine wasn't attacking Israel. You understand? It was, make you believe the Palestinians are over there just harming those Jewish people. We're not live on this to speak a little more freely. They're just over there harming them. When in reality, all of those peace treaties were broken by the Israelis.
Right.
You understand?
Like, so they said we are terrorists, right? We on a hate group, right? What's hilarious about that, right? What do they say about the Karens that do the terrorizing of black sisters and black men in the community? What do they say about the other people? With the ones that go shoot up churches full of black people, or go shoot up stores where they're full of black people and skip over?
Oh, brother, they're misunderstood. They're misunderstood.
Oh, they're misunderstood.
Yes, yes.
They're not a hate group.
No, brother, no. If you're
We're
walking, brother, you gotta know the rules and how to play the game. If you walk into Walmart with an AR-15 and decide to do unreparable damage to the lives and families of the people in there,
Only
and
black.
take a couple lives, and your skin just so happened to be just you're Caucasian, brother, you're just misunderstood. You're misunderstood. You understand me? You're misunderstood. If you gangbang in the inner city because you can't get a job, your father was never around because he couldn't get a job.
Right.
Or the job you can get just can't pay your bills out, and you do something and you go to jail, brother. Brother, you understand, you're a problem and you're a terrorist, and black on black crime is what gotta be stopped according to Charlie. You understand? That's the problem. When you go into Walmart, this is just like Steven Crowder said, y'all might not know who that is. He's trying to be the next Charlie Kirk. He said, this white men, they was in a barbershop trying to do the Charlie Kirk appeal to black people. Sit down with black people and go and have conversation. He sat in the barbershop and he said, nah, the black dude cutting hair said, nah, he said, the white man, he's the most dangerous. The white man is the most dangerous. He said, you know what? I would agree with you because you vilify white people so much, you're pushing them to do the acts that they do, the shootings and this and that. I said, well, damn.
Black people.
When do the gangs get that treatment? He said, the black barber said, black people, he said, white people are the real worst, the biggest threat to America.
Right.
The biggest threat of violence is white men.
Right.
And Steven Crowder thought he was being wise in I got you moment. He said, you're right. Because you vilify him so much and you push him to the edge so much and you're racist against white men so much that they're getting angry. And I would be scared what happens with that too. And I said, damn. All the brothers in jail who were pushed to the goddamn edge, all the brothers in jail who sold drugs because their mother went over the edge, died, overdose. Nobody in their corner. Nobody pushed him to that. Nobody pushed him to that. See, when it's you got to take some responsibility. When it's the white man, brother, come on, you're not being fair.
Excuses.
You're not being fair. You understand? No sweat. In the words of Commander General Yohanna, don't be their scapegoat.
Right.
Don't be the scapegoat of white America. White America says you're the problem. It's you. Well, then why the hell do you commit the crimes that you commit when you run the entire damn earth? You run everything. You damn sure run America. Everybody thinks all the Chinese people are light-skinned because you went over there and raped them. You went over there and started having sex with all the Chinese broads over there, so they don't even know dark-skinned Chinese people exist. You run the earth. Why are you committing so many crimes? You want to talk about black people, then why is the man who sits on the throne of the greatest country to ever sit on this earth committing crimes? White people commit crimes? When you see a white criminal, you should be disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. You understand? Just you sit on the earth and you stuck up a store. You robbed the bank. You did a blue collar crime, a white collar crime. You committed tax fraud. You can't pay your taxes, and your race runs the earth.
Right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Everybody know about Wesley Snipes couldn't pay his taxes. I mean, it was like you. IRS caught up with Wesley, man. You see what they did? You better pay your taxes. If y'all don't know, that's the guy who played Blade. It was a big thing when he got found by the IRS and in New Jack City. That's correct. He didn't pay his taxes. Oh my God. He got in prison time. Man, we got to pay our taxes, man. He was hard on Wesley Snipes without even knowing it.
Right.
Without even knowing it, he was hard on Wesley Snipes. When NBA players go broke, you go, I manage that. That's a million. I survived over 42,000 a year. I manage that better than him, nigga. What's the white man excuse? See, that NBA player had nobody teach him about money from the time he was a youth. That's why you herald LeBron James so damn much, because to the naked eye, he doesn't blow any money. He just expands his empire and becomes great. People love Michael Jordan not only because he played so well, but because he just became a billionaire off of business decisions. And you love it because it's unheard of in the black community because we're not taught economics. Right. Why do white people commit tax fraud? Why? They go on all the field trips Ayah said he went on as a child. All the white children go to the pumpkin patch. You understand? They do all of this. They go to the night schools. They have all of the resources and the fundings. See, when I was in school growing up, we got passed down MacBooks from Glenridge. We got it from them when they was done with it. You understand? When they got upgrades to their MacBooks, we finally got an old ass MacBook. Right. You understand? Finally. Open it, the key coming off and all types of garbage. But damn it, we got MacBooks now. You understand?
And you only get leaked for all.
And yo. If white people, if you allow white people to scapegoat their way out of their crimes, you're never going to get black people out of the predicament that we are in. You cannot extend to them the grace that you should extend to a gang member. And you should not expect them to extend the grace to the gang member. You understand?
Right.
White people are criminals by nature. Vagabonds with no damn land. Give me Genesis when he's a damn vagabond. Finish reading Revelation so I can be satisfied with it, and then go to Genesis.
No, sir. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great.
Here go out. This is the fear. This is the fear, right? This is the fear, the fearful part. Excuse me. The fearful part of the mark of the beast. Go ahead.
Come. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
Small and great and rich and poor and free and bond to receive a mark. Oh dear. They're going to tie me down and put a chip in my palm. And I'm not going to be able to go to the store.
Right.
It's over for me, Kashak. It's over. It's all right. I'll never be able to go to the store again because they're going to tie me down and put this chip in my... No. Absolutely not. What is the mark in the hand? To receive a mark in that right hand, first, why is it the right hand? All of this is important. Why is it the right hand?
Because most people are right-handed.
Most people are right-handed. That's your dominant hand. That's the hand you do tasks with, actions with. You understand? Your power punch, if you're right-handed, your power punch is going to be your right hand. You're going to write with your right hand. If you're going to one-hand the steering wheel when you're driving, I do left hand, but whatever. It's usually your right hand. You understand?
Right.
Your right hand is dominant. So he's saying they're going to put a mark in my dominant hand. My hand that does all the action, they're going to give me a mark.
Right.
What's the mark? I kind of gave it away by saying action.
So the action in your right hand is like you said, the action you willing to
do things in the name of Christianity.
Right.
You're willing to commit crimes, actionable crimes in the name of Christianity. You understand? You're going to do it and say, how did you throw me in jail? How did you? That white man, Kashaka in Buffalo, shot up that Walmart, which is what I was referencing earlier, shot up that damn Walmart in Buffalo, and you couldn't tell him he was doing something wrong when he was putting the plan together. So when Dylan Roof dropped his clip, this is disgusting to this day. This is like a decade old now. When he dropped that clip 5 times, he said, come on. Next one. That's unheard of in the ghetto. You understand? That's unheard of. You get a couple shots off, you run because you know you're being a criminal. You understand? You might empty the clip, but you're running after that. You understand? You're gone. Dylan Roof sat there and said, we'll drop this one. In Jersey, we get 10 rounds. He had 16. All 16. It's not enough to get this off the head. Bang! No. He did it 5 times. The man got 80 shots off in a church. In a church. You couldn't tell him he was doing something wrong, huh? You understand? They took him to Burger King. You can have it your way. You understand? You can have it your way. brother, you can't tell Christians doing something in the name of Christianity. Shit is wrong. You understand? Eating a bland chip and saying this is the body of Christ. What are you, a cannibal? What are you talking about? That's not what he's talking about. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? Drinking a wine saying this is really his blood. This is what's wrong with you? Do you not understand what's going on there? You understand? Do you not understand? You can't tell a Christian the actions they take in the name of Christianity is wrong. You understand? You understand that? You can't. Because that's the mark of the beast. That is the mark. It is something in the brains of a Christian that they're going to do the crimes against God. It's got to happen. It has to. There's no way around it. We must commit crimes against God. That's the mark. That's what it is. The mark in the hand is I must pick this rifle. I must pick the pork. You understand?
God.
I must wave to the white lady. I must. Do you understand?
Come.
There's just no way around it. That is the mark of the beast. And you won't be able to buy or sell because you won't be Amazon. You're going to build a company and become Amazon, brother. I know you're smart. I agree you're smart. I agree you have work ethic. Here's the problem. You don't have Christianity. If you're in here. That's why Tyler Perry could never lead us up. You understand? He can buy and sell. He can purchase a warehouse. What's the size? Y'all might not know. Tyler Perry purchased an ex-military compound.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? No, he ex-military compound to build a
film studio.
To build a film studio. Brother, ridiculous. That's ridiculous paper. I like 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent. 50 Cent bought a ridiculously large compound in Louisiana for a film studio. You don't have the Christianity in you to do it. Do you understand? You don't have that in you. You will not be able to buy and sell on a countrywide scale. Tyler Perry can produce a highly grossing movie, a highly funded movie, and release it to the globe. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. He can pay the best actors and actresses their $6 million and $10 million salaries and release it because he can buy and sell. You can't. This isn't talking about your store runs. This ain't talking about the bodega. This isn't talking about KFC. It's not talking about Walmart or Target or you purchasing $200 of products off of Amazon. This isn't talking about that. This is talking about you'll never be Tyler Perry if you reject Christianity. Not in the white man's world. You won't own that military compound size film studio. I didn't say you couldn't be successful. I said you won't be Tyler Perry. You understand? Right. That's Christianity. The dream they sell you is Christianity. LeBron James, the dream of being LeBron James is Christianity. The dream of being Michael Jordan is Christianity. You understand? Right. This is what it means to you won't be able to buy and sell. That's what it's talking about. You will not get a deal from Nike like LeBron did at 18 worth $1 billion. 18 years old. A deal for $1 billion at 18 years old.
So basically, it's talking about the other nations that on a higher scale, like import, export, that could their own businesses, and it's not talking about just the average Negro Hispanic in the world.
No,
that's just trying to buy like a turkey and cheese sandwich. It's not talking about that.
You'll be able to go get your turkey and cheese, I guarantee you. So maybe with your snap cut off, I don't know. Snap cut off, that might be a toss up. You go there and it might say, Right. So that's just a toss up. But outside of that, it's not talking about what Christians who are afraid of the Bible think it is.
Right.
Good.
You gotta be at also thing house with beans. That's what we're gonna do.
And so we're gonna do a thing house with beans.
With beans.
Not only eat his beans when he bought the beans, they fronting the thing. They just want to put you in the conversation. They eat them beans when they came in. Beans came in. I took 2 plates on the thing. That's all I'm saying. I took the place
Man,
alone.
beans home.
Oh, you took some beans home.
Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me, I'm
And
wrong.
made my kids
You
eat them
cut
too.
me, so I got you cut me. You took some beans home. So I Yash didn't. Go ahead.
Two things. When you was
Go
talking
ahead.
about Wesley Snipes, at the same time, Wesley
Mhm.
Snipes did a couple years for tax evasion.
Mhm.
Vin Diesel and Mark Wahlberg did the same thing, but they didn't even get a slap on the wrist. The same year.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's
White privilege. And
is Vin Diesel white?
I
Vin
believe
Diesel's a
so.
brother.
I'm not sure, but I know Mark Wahlberg is. I'm not sure, but I know Mark Wahlberg is. And
Yeah, he might talk
And
about somebody
the
else.
question that I had was, when you talk about the Romans and Christianity, right? When they was reading out of the Bible, was it the KJV or the slave Bible that they created for us, that they read out of?
Well, I mean, creating a slave Bible was really just take certain things out. And really, let me tell you something. Don't think everything is so spooky. I could take this same KJV that I'm teaching out of right now. I can take this and lie to you right now. I can take this book right here and say nothing but lies. I can tell you that all people are accepted. I can tell you you are the Gentile that has to be grafted in. I can start lying to you right now with this book. This is what the pastor does. He has the same book that I have. See, the churches that I went to, that I've been to, a handful of my life, they had the KJV. You understand? They had that, and it was all on the backs of the benches and all that. And it was King James version, original, not the new King James, not none of that. It was the King James version. And he went up there and lied out of the King James version book.
Right.
You don't got to create a whole other book to lie. You understand? Yeah. And that's, and you don't want to say that too, because that can make people who try to say the Bible is contaminated and corrupted.
Okay.
You can kind of give them a leg to stand on by saying, yeah, they had to change it. No, they didn't. They took the same book that has the truth in it. They took it and just lied about it.
Okay.
That's it. You understand?
Right.
They ain't have to change nothing a lot.
Okay.
So I have family members who are quote unquote what they call scholars of the Bible. I have family members who went to school and became scholars of the Bible.
Theologians.
And what's the other one?
I'm asking you, theologians. Did they go to theologian school?
They went to school,
and evangelist.
College. They went to college and everything.
Theologian is not a denomination. Theology is the study of religion.
Okay.
You understand? Good.
But I have family members that went to college, studied religion, all of that, studied the Bible, and they will sit here and tell you that they personally are the what you just said, the what's the word?
Gentile.
The Gentiles.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you, we're the Gentiles. Argue you down. I'm talking about tooth and nail. Argue down about Gentiles.
They can hold the same book that you take to save souls, and they can hold it and lie to you.
Sure.
Some knowingly, some unknowingly, but they can hold that same book and lie. They never had to create a slave book. A slave book is just, let me take this part and this part and this part, paste it together, and read this in front of the congregation. I can do that with my brain. You understand?
Right.
I mean, I can read something that says, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, and never read it to you. I can skip over it. You understand?
Right.
I can never read it to you. That's the same thing. They don't have to create a slave Bible.
Okay.
They can read the Bible to you like you're a slave. That's why they said slaves can't read. You
Mm.
understand? They never wanted you to read because they didn't take the book and paste it together. They just lied to you about the book.
Right.
So I was gonna say the theologians, they can't even prove that it was other people on the earth besides Adam and Eve. They can't even prove that. They think everybody's just incest and Adam and Eve is just
Adam and Eve gave birth to a whole bunch of people, and,
Right.
and those people started having sex with each other.
exactly.
Yeah, but I mean,
You can't even break that
it's
down.
it's the same thing. It's you know, it's the same weight as any other lie. They
Right.
can't prove a lot of things that they believe.
Right.
I'm holding Genesis for you.
You holding what?
Genesis 4:12.
Am I done here, Kashak? Did I answer your question?
God, sir.
Matter of fact, read 18.
4:18.
4:18, yeah. 13 and 18. Revelation 13 and 18.
Because it started at 12, but you was talking about the vagabond.
The book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 18.
13 verse 18.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast,
Mhm.
for it is the number of a
It
man,
is what?
The number of a man.
No, it's a mystical number.
The number of a man.
If you write 666 on paper, then if your child puts 666 on paper, he's possessed.
The number of a man.
If you see 666, I remember this like yesterday. I was about 14 years old, poor in the ghetto. Me, my man Khalil, my man Tyler went to go get the Domino's sticks deal. Everything is $6. And I was like, all right, bro, so I'm gonna get a pizza, you can get a pizza, he can get a pizza. That's 666. Well, I said, watch your mouth. Like I was possessed by Satan at that moment because I wanted a pizza pie. You understand?
God.
That is the number of a man. You understand? That's 666 men that sit on earth. That sit on not out in space in like that Indian bullcrap with the elephant holders. No. 666 men rule the earth. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They rule it. They sit here and they make these decisions and they run these countries. That's what that means. That's what 666 is. You know, so that number itself is not evil.
Right.
You understand? It's a digit. You understand? God forbid you have $666 in your bank account. You can call me Peganism. The Lord has forsaken me.
The market
Good.
in my bank account.
Who's reading?
Read on counsel.
I'm done with that. I'm not read on. Yeah.
Counsel. And his number is 666.
A score is 20 if y'all don't know. So
Come on,
score in Old English is equal 20. So 3 score is 60. So 666. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but that's what it is. It's a number of a man. It's the amount of men who make the real decisions on this earth. You understand? Not Trump. That's why if you ever wonder, like me, why they make such bad decisions in politics, things that almost seem nonsensical, arguing over dumb things, having the poor of your country go hungry because you're in a pissing contest. If you ever wonder, like, how could they allow these things? Why would they do these things? It's by design. It's by design. When you vote, you're not voting for somebody. That's why it's pointless. You understand? The same men you've never seen before, 666 of them, are the same men that are going to be there after you get out the voting. You understand? That is not a conspiracy that presidents and all that are puppets. There's men who control way more important aspects of your life that you'll never see. You understand?
Right.
Good.
I was holding that precept for you about the vagabond.
I don't think I need it. It's 905. It's unnecessary.
Okay.
I think yeah.
Would that be what Christians or they're called elite?
Yeah, that's why when they call them the elite. If you're smoking up weed, you're gonna think it's the lizard people.
Oh yeah.
You understand? Then yeah.
I once heard a Christian say that it would be equivalent to like, and they were using a scripture in the Bible. I think the word is 2/3 that was carried.
What about the 2/3?
If you divide it by 3, you get 66.6. A third would be 33.
That's just
That's just
nuts. We pray to the Lord that He saves more than the third. You understand? We don't want 2/3 of our people to burn in the fire. So we hope that the Lord changes His mind in more than just a third of the people make it into heaven. You understand?
Christians will say the only people of Israel that will be saved in the second coming will be the 144,000, and they say that's all of Israel, and everybody else is
The 144,000 is the government. That's the government of Israel, and the 1/3 of the people who they will govern. You understand? And the rest of the 2/3 will also come back. As you know, reincarnation is real. As long as the Lord chooses to send you back, they'll be back as the children of the people who do inherit the kingdom. You understand? So even if you're a diehard Christian, you'll get another chance. I mean, but who knows when it'll be? 700 years later. Maybe the Lord just keep your spirit back. You know, just you want to eat pork to your last day, huh? Last day, that you will be able to stop for 6 minutes ago. We ain't gonna reincarnate you till I really feel like it. Go ahead.
A lot of our people, when I see, I'll see that ISUPK teaching, and that subject comes up, our people don't believe in it or reject it because of what we're taught, that reincarnation is like in the other nations. Like people in India believe that a cow has their grandfathers.
They believe reincarnation is something that comes with what's the word I'm looking for? Polytheism.
Yeah.
They believe reincarnation is something that is exclusive when you believe in more than one God. Reincarnation comes from the Jews of the Bible, the blacks and Hispanics. That comes from the Lord. Like I can't control what they think voodoo and Harsha and Krishna does in Buddha and Hinduism. That being said, anything else, y'all bring it next week. Y'all bring it, hold on. There'll be camp in downtown Newark this Saturday. Anytime from, it's winter now, so we gotta push it back from 12 to 4-ish, 12 p.m. until, right? We camp downtown Newark, and let's get it going and rocking, right?
That's right.
Passover's been announced April 4th. April 4th, pay your Passover fee. Book a hotel room. The school will not be dropping hotels this year. So get a hotel close to where it's being held at, or get an Airbnb or whatsoever have you. Split it with Akim, do whatever's clever. You understand? But April 4th, Houston, Texas, Passover, $200 fee per person. All right. And then we'll have camp this Saturday in North. And maybe we'll get some Muslims, man. Right?
That's right.
That's right.
Say what?
Saying the dates is
Okay, so the days of the functions. So everything we're doing, what is it? Slaughter of the Lamb, scripture breakdown with General Hyman,
all black party.
all black party, Passover itself, Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Right? Is that all right?
Come call, sir.
The camp for Newark, that would be this coming Saturday, November 1st.
This Saturday, November 1st, 790 Broad Street. They changed the name, 790 Mayor A. Kenneth Boulevard. You know you ain't doing nothing for black people when white people give you a street. Right? Pass the class over to prison officer Goyala.
We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'asharah means the 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you will like, upcoming slogan, whatever amount you will like, upcoming holy convocations.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, but I gotta give him the date out. The next upcoming holy convocation is Hanukkah, Sunday, December 14th. All right, December 14th, Sunday. We might be here. Pretty sure we'll be out. If we swing that shot. We're here Sunday, December 14th, and so rock it out. No, y'all don't know we used to go to New York. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be here. Sunday, December 14th. Yeah.
Sunday, December 14th is a Hanukkah, the High Holy Day. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf.
I didn't do this the last time everybody was here. You have to wear all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf, and you have to check in. All right. So that's something you want to do. You would get my number, and then check in. All right.
And with that,
I was told might not know that. I was just saying, screw it. You know, you want the number, just ask me for the number. But then you told me that's unreasonable. My number's here if anybody needs it, all right?
Come. And with that, minute Israel Majin, which means to stand. We're going to 1 courtesy salute.